Okay, so for today, at the top of the stream, I've posted what we're going to talk about right now, which is this link goes to my website, which is trojanart.com. And this is the meeting from period 1, because there were some questions asked in here that I think may not be covered today during this Zoom meeting. So you can watch the period 1 Zoom meeting. There were questions specifically about Photopia. So there's a checklist on this link. And I'm going to be adding all of these assignments to the gradebook this weekend. So far, based on my calculations, we've done 175 points worth of work. I want to be very clear about this. All of your points will be able to be earned at full credit as long as you do a good job on it until just a few days before the end of the quarter. What that means is if you haven't attended any of my Zoom meetings, and if you haven't been keeping up on what's going on in Google Classroom, you can still do the assignments and get full credit. And I'll just add the points as you continue to update your website. So, and down here it just says I added the period 1 Zoom meeting. So instead of clicking this, I'm going to show you another way to get to my website. If you go to TrojanArt, if I can spell, .com, this is my web page for this class. Under the links tab, there's something called every step, and all I did was roll over this and go down to every step. This is a list of projects that we've done all the way from the first week, which was in 8/31, August 31st, all the way to today, which is 25th of September. So we've been in school now for 4 weeks, which means that next week we will be halfway through this first quarter. The very first thing I asked you to do was to create and share your Google site. Everything after this is different assignments that are added to your Google site. So this was worth 5 points almost 3 weeks ago. This second part of this assignment here is actually part of this one, because you're going to watch this 4-minute video, and then you're going to click this link to add your website address to the Google form. So starting this week, we started doing the Daily Doodles slide presentation, and we embedded it into your Google site. So from here on out, everything that I'm grading should be on your website. And if it's the Daily Doodles assignment, it should be on your Slideshow page or your Google Slides, which is embedded in your Google site. And this video, everything that's in blue here is a video. So this video shows you how to do that. This video shows how to add pages to your Google site. There are, I think, 7 pages already. This video shows you how to do that. Good morning, Belen. This session is being recorded, so you'll be able to catch up on it later. So, adding pages to your Google site, worth 5 points. These next 5 assignments are the Daily Doodles. I give you 5 points for drawing them, but the only way that I can see that they've been drawn is when you add them to your Daily Doodle slideshow, which is embedded in your Google site. For a total of 25 points. So you'll get 5 points for drawing them and 5 points for adding them to your Google slideshow, for a total of 10 points per drawing. This past week on Monday, because I had surgery this past weekend on Saturday, I used an old video from my previous school and I call it Mermouse and Anemone. This is a step-by-step video that shows you how to do it, and I'm giving you 10 points, which is 5 points for drawing it and 5 points for photographing it and adding it to your Google Slideshow. Then that same day, I added a video that showed you how to use triangles for forward and backward buttons on your Google Slideshow, and you get 5 points for doing that. Then the next day, I added another video from my previous school in April called Two Scaries. Again, this is a step-by-step video. And once more, this is worth 10 points for drawing it and adding it to your Google Slideshow. During this same day, there was another video on Google Classroom showing you how to add an index to your Google Slideshow, which is the little rectangles with the date for each daily doodle and then linking them to those pages. And this video shows you how to do that. On Wednesday, I started showing you how to colorize your cartoons using a program called photopia.com. And I gave you 10 points for colorizing a drawing, one of your daily doodle drawings. Now, this is a very long video. This is why I gave you 3 days to do it, or 3 days to learn how to do it. Because what you're going to eventually do is you're going to colorize every one of your daily doodles and add it to your Google Slideshow on a separate page. And then you're going to use the links that I showed you how to do up here. Excuse me, how I showed you how to do it right here. You're going to use those links to continue to add links to those drawings. And then yesterday, I created a video called Opening Your Daily Doodles from your Google Drive right into Photopia and colorizing them. And again, I'm going to give you 10 points for each one of them. So far, we've done 7 drawings. So a total of 70 points will be given to you for colorizing your daily doodles in Photopia. What this means is that going forward, every time I ask you to do a drawing, you're going to get 10 points for drawing and uploading it to your Google Slideshow. And you're going to get 10 points for colorizing it and adding that one to your Google Slideshow. So that's what we've done so far. If I've calculated it correctly, it's 175 points, but I want to be very clear that I will accept work all the way up until a couple of days before the end of the quarter. Next Friday, we will have been through, since it's 4 weeks now, next Wednesday, we will be halfway through the quarter. So we've got 5 weeks left starting Monday to finish all of these assignments, get all these points and any other points we add. Next week, I put a big thing on here called Next Week. I've already asked you to create in your Google Drive a folder that looks like this. This stands for art, the period number. So in your case, this will be period 3, an underscore. Anytime you see a student, what I want you to do is put your first initial and your last name in here. And you'll notice that your first initial is lowercase and your last name begins with an uppercase letter. So if I was putting my name in here, it would be lowercase j, uppercase W, lowercase ing. This second hashtag is what grade you're in. So here's an example. The folder itself would be called art3 underscore JWING, and if I was in 8th grade, it would be 8. Projects inside each folder are going to go slightly different. And then the files inside the folder are different again. So for instance, where it says project title underscore a student hashtag, this project title might be your daily doodle, which we've reduced to DD, because I will know that DD stands for daily doodle. Then you'll put your first initial, last name, and your grade. That's the folder That's what the folder is called. The documents inside your folder will follow this naming convention. So the project, again, is Daily Doodle. And then I want you to put, see these 4 hashtags here, I want you to put the date that was drawn. So 0925 is September 25th. The A represents however many different times you took photos. If you'll notice on one of my slideshows, which I'm going to update and add this weekend, I did 4 different photos when I was drawing one of the characters, the cheerleading character, Polly Pom Pom, I think I named her. So my Polly Pom Pom, if it was done on the 25th, would have been DD underscore today's date. And each one of these is going to be A, B, C, and D. This will be my first initial, last name, and what grade I'm in. This is going to be an ongoing process beginning next Monday. So I'm going to go over this again on Monday, so don't be totally confused. I just want to kind of cover it here also. This down here is a representation of what your Google Drive folder hierarchy is going to look like. And I'll talk more about that on Monday because I've already given you a lot of information today. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen now. And I'm going to stop the video.